Good morning, and thank you for joining me for Cat Play Therapy. My name's Beth Pasick. I am a certified cat trainer and a level 3 fear free certified professional. This morning, we are talking about play and how to use it in and around with your kitties. So, why play with your cat? You're going to play because for exercise. Our little chunky kitties need a little exercise. It helps with their hunting abilities and their hunting instincts. It will help with their mental alertness. And let's face it, it's a great way to bond with your cat. It's one of our tools, many tools in our behavior modification programs that we use to improve the bonding with your cat. And let's face it, it really is just fun. Oh, I just did that. In behavior modification, that fun translates into it being it relieves the anxiety. It relieves by upping their serotonin levels. They get a good hit of dopamine when we're playing. It really does make your cat just downright feel better. Just like when you go out and you maybe play or you work in your garden or maybe you go out and exercise. Just like us, play therapy will help reduce their fear of a new situation, fear of new people. It is really, play has that chemical reaction that goes on. And one of the offshoots is if you have an anxious, nervous, or fearful kitty, it actually helps to build their confidence, not only in you and bond with you, but helps build their confidence in and around your home. And even if you have a multi-cat home and you have a fearful cat, the play therapy will help your lower end on the totem pole kitty have a little more confidence around the house and around the other cats. Play is really important. So what kind of toys do we need to use? I often talk about interactive toys. These are the ones that you're going to use with your cat. These are your wand type toys. This is also going to be the laser pointer, but when you use your laser pointer, you make sure that you either have treat reward locations for your cat, so when the pointer finally lands on a certain spot, that there is a treat station there that your cat can enjoy basically catching it, or a reward station may contain a catnip-filled mouse, or it may just include just a little pile of catnip. Remember, interactive play with your cat is not at all with your hands or feet, as that can trigger some aggression or play aggression, and we just don't want to go there. We want to look at self-play toys. These are the non-interactive toys. And a lot of times I'll walk into a home and the owner has cat toys scattered everywhere and says, my cat doesn't play. Well, no. Think of a toddler. If you just keep giving them the same types of toys over and over and over again, they get bored. So do our cats. Their cats are not like dogs. If you've got a big basket of toys for them, they really are not going to go over there and pick out a favorite toy if those toys don't make noise, if they don't move, if they're not something that they can really interact with. So that's when we start to look at introducing either foraging toys or treat balls. introduce discovery toys like a Busy Box. And of course, those of you who know me, I make a lot of these out of toilet paper rolls, toilet paper tubes, and even a pizza box. If you're going to have catnip mice, there's nothing wrong with them. My guys get marinated in a mason jar, and we rotate those mice out about every 2 weeks so that they stay fresh. You might be wondering, when should we be playing with our kitties? Here's the when. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Yes, we are going to how to play. We want to look at how to play. We want to be the prey. So if you're going to use your wand toys, you want to think about being the prey. How would the prey act? How would the bird act if it was trapped in the house? How does a mouse scurry along on the floor? You want to think about all those things. Now, it's very important that your cat is able to catch it from time to time and mock kill it. So catch it and kill it. The kill factor is really important for the mental part of your play. Allow your cat to catch the toy. It's really important. They have to be successful in their hunting. Most cats, when they catch their prey, they catch it, deliver a kill bite, release, wait, is it gonna move? Is it gonna move? And sometimes if you watch, you'll watch, the mouse scurries away. And then, so the cat actually is waiting to see, is it dead yet? If you're using the bird toy or a feather wand toy, keep in mind, they catch the bird, they let the bird go, they catch the bird, they let the bird go, they catch the bird hops away, and they are waiting to see if the bird's gonna fly away. And when the bird goes to take flight, they go after the bird. Again, they wait to see, is it dead yet? Because they get such a thrill out of hunting and exercising that natural instinct. So let's work with that and really engage them with that aspect of their play. Once they're done, once they're exhausted, make sure that you reward them for that play. And again, it's treats or food. What happens after treats or food? We'll find out. So when you're looking to play with your cat, you want to look at when you play. When is that going to happen? When is it most effective? You want to time your play therapy to fall in line with the cat's natural biorhythm. This is to use the hunt, eat, sleep cycles to your advantage. Play before you serve breakfast. Have the food served up, then they're going to go groom and sleep. They've done their thing for the morning. You should be good to go for the rest of the morning if you're working from home. You're going to repeat that same thing right around their dinner time. And how long should these play therapy sessions be? 2 schools of thought. My school of thought for these 2 particular time frames, it should last about 15 minutes or so. The other school of thought is you play with them till they're exhausted. Well, I'm really not in that camp for these 2 particular time frames. I will be in that train of thought if we're talking about nighttime zoomies. Nighttime zoomies, if you have a cat that does that, is very frustrating because you're trying to get some rest before the busy day. Nighttime zoomies usually happen because your cat did not have enough exercise, mental stimulation during the day. So they're becoming more of a nocturnal kitty, and their biorhythm is actually kind of thrown off because they didn't get that exercise. So the things you want to look at for your nighttime zoomies is you're going to want that exhausting play session before they go to bed. You're going to exercise them till they're exhausted, reward them with half a dozen treats or so, and they should sleep through most of the night. If you have some nighttime zoomies, and this does happen in my house because of where I live, every once in a while we get a mouse in the house, and that will definitely set off the zoomies because there's real prey in the house. There may be some outside disturbances that are going on. It may be an outside tomcat out there yowling. It may be, as in my case, we have possums and raccoons that can be out in the backyard, even an occasional turkey out and walking down the street. Other things you can do in these cases is to set up foraging toys. The best ones in this case that I have found are usually Doc and Phoebe's feeding mice, and you can find those on Chewy.com. There are some other types of toys that you can try that are a little more sophisticated. And some of them are sophisticated and some of them really aren't. But you want to keep their environment interesting. Boxes are a great thing, and it's not just the cardboard boxes. You can actually cut holes in them and puzzle them up and change them up and keep it interesting that way. My guys absolutely adore shipping paper and tissue paper. If you're on a conference call and they're running through tissue paper and shipping paper, it might be a little distracting, but they're busy and they're not pestering you. Other things that you can use are ping pong balls. If they're being particularly persnickety while you're on a call, is you can always roll the ping pong balls away and they'll run after them. They may bounce them around for a little bit and then they're going to come back. And, sometimes, have a little container the ping pong balls are in, and you can roll another one depending on how long your call is going on. Some cats actually love to play fetch, and I've seen cats play fetch with their catnip mice. I have one client, they use their Nerf gun, and the kitty goes and gets the Nerf darts and brings them back. Of course, there's always the paper bags. Lots of fun for my guys is to take the big paper bags, and I actually put some tissue paper in the paper bags with some catnip. Oh my goodness. Does that sound like fun for them or what? You can always also add in sniff games or foraging toys during the day. For cat sitting, I've been very well known for setting up sniff games for kitties in their homes, where I go through and I leave kitty treats all over in their favorite resting areas. And it only takes 1 or 2 days for the cats to figure that stuff out. Some people are really opposed to catnip, but catnip has its place in behavior modification. There are a couple things that you need to know about catnip though. First of all, cats get excited when they can smell the catnip and they can roll around in it and all of that kind of stuff. I keep some live catnip growing in the garden because my cats actually like to eat it. And when it's eaten, it can have a calming effect or a sedative effect. So it has 2 functions there, which is kind of fun to keep in mind. If you're buying catnip, in the stores, try and look for catnip that is just the blossoms and the leaves. It's just more potent than the stuff that has the stems ground into it as well. The stems are catnip. They can be in there if you can't find any, anything that's just blossoms and leaves, but it just realize it's not quite as potent. If you're leaving catnip, if you have catnip mice and catnip kick sticks and catnip everywhere, it's going to desensitize your cat to its effects. So plan on just doing a catnip party maybe twice a week, 2-3 times a week. Keep it to a smaller time window, and your cats will react appropriately to the use of catnip in your play therapy program. That's it for today. Thanks for listening and hope it was helpful. Have a great day.